Check the video resolution. The current resolution is not optimal. Wow. Imagine that. I'm not optimal today. How you doing, folks? It is the Zero DTE live stream. That's what I'm going to call this show from now on. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Somewhere between 12 and 2 o'clock is when I come online. I'm sorry I can't make it a steady time. Maybe I could. You know, I guess that's just a cop-out. I could make it just about any time I want. But I like noon. I like 1. Because you all seem to be around, right? Anyways, Zero DTE. What is Zero DTE? That is trading on the very last day of expiration on the S&P. Now, whether it's the SPX or the E-mini futures or the SPY, doesn't make that much difference. Actually, it makes a lot of difference. We generally trade the E-mini S&P futures because there's tremendous advantages for you and for most traders to trade the E-mini futures with this strategy. Now, by going the last day of expiration, what are we doing? Well, the big thing that we're doing is that we're taking advantage of the massive exponential decay in premium on that very last day. We're also taking advantage of the volatility and all this other stuff. Our secret sauce, which is our analytical capability to tell the direction of the market, whether it's up, down, or neutral, that by far is our secret sauce besides the premium collection. The premium collection is like a bonus, you know. But the premium collection is key because the premium collection, when you have that last day and the premium is decaying, that's money that is going into your pocket if you are short that particular thing. Now, I have a trade that's on right now, and it's about to trigger. Now, I put a long trade on this morning, very, very early this morning. Actually, was it last night? Yeah, sometime early in the morning. Went all in long because everything about our analytics said we were going up, and I guess, you know, quite frankly, we were spot on that call. Now, the market has been hitting new highs, and it is just right there, boom, 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 hitting that ceiling. And I have a trade right now, a short trade for quite a bit of credit, about $12 in credit. If it hits, what it will do is it will lock in all the profits that we've made from the long trade, and then on top of that, should the market stay right where it is, it will add an additional, I guess, $600 to the trade. So we like that. We like that. But it keeps on hitting. It keeps on hitting the strike that I have. Boom, down, boom, down, boom. Eventually it will hit. Eventually it will. I have confidence. Come on. One tick. One tick. You don't know what I'm looking at. I'll show you what I'm looking at. So here's my order up here, right there, and here it is, the 12 limit keeps on hitting 1175. Come on, 12. There's 12. Oh, almost. Come on, baby, you can do it. So let me talk a little bit about our methodology of Zero DTE. Now, our methodology of Zero DTE is very different than all the other people that are out there doing Zero DTE strategies. Everybody else is taking unbelievable risks to get a tiny, tiny little bit of profit. Why? That's because they are afraid of the market. They have no idea which way the market's going, and they don't know how to play the proper risk reward. Their risk reward is so askew, they'll take huge risks to make a tiny little bit of money. Now, what that affords them is maybe some consistent profits, very tiny profits over some time, and then eventually they're going to hit a max loss, and it's going to wipe out everything that they worked for the past week, 2 weeks, a month. Why would you do that? Why? I have no friggin' idea. I really don't. I really have no friggin' idea why anybody would put themselves through such suffering to lose it all. Now, what we do is we do something that I call the inversion of risk. Come on, 12? It's right there. 12. Come on. Man, this is exciting. You know, maybe I'll just take the 11.75. I don't know. What should I do? Should I wait? See, I don't care because we're never suffering. We're never sitting there sweating whether or not it's going to go against us and then hit our max risk. Because our max risk is inverted from what everybody else is doing. Our max risk is tiny. Our potential profit is huge. And even in between, we use something called probability of touch that enables us to collect consistent profits, right? We collect consistent profits, and they're not necessarily small, but I tell you that our consistent profits are bigger than their consistent profits. And then every once in a while, not two once in a while, like 1 out of 5, 1 out of 6 times, we get one of these max profit deals, like we're at right now. Now it looks like we're having a little bit of trouble trying to break that top. See, we're right there. There's my order. Well, you can't see that. See, we're right there. There's my order. Hitting the ceiling. Come on, we just need another tick up. Another tick up. Another tick up. Come on, baby. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. See, there's my limit order. But anyways, we entered the market way back here. We entered the market way down here. All right. And my analysis said we were going up, and by golly, we went up. Come on. There's a new high. A new high. Usually a new high, we get a couple of ticks. That couple of ticks will definitely trigger that trade. Man, it just doesn't want to go. Come on. I hate waiting like this. I'm suffering. I'm suffering with hundreds of dollars of profit on my 0 DTE trade. Okay, come on. One more time, baby. Come on. Daddy wants a new Ferrari. No, just kidding. I wouldn't drive a Ferrari or a Lambo. No Lambos and hoes for me. Oh, we got to bring in the microphone into play here. Hopefully that sounds a little bit better. Yeah, why isn't it triggering? We keep on breaking that. We need one more. Maybe we need one more tick higher. Ah, there it triggered. We triggered. All right. So what we've just done is we've locked in about $400 or $500 of profit, and so we're good. And if price were to retreat right now, we would actually make even more money on that short call. So that's good. All's good. Oh, the stress is off. Whew. Man, this 0DT stuff is really stressful. No, it's not. When we have the inversion of risk on our side, it's not stressful at all. So that's the 0DTE. If you're interested in this type of service, now it's not the calls, it's not the alerts that make this service great. What makes this service great, what makes this service absolutely phenomenal. Hey Alex, how you doing? I'm looking in the chat. I don't know if there's anybody else out there, but if you'd like to ask some questions in the chat, please feel free to. What makes this service phenomenal isn't the great calls, isn't the inversion of risk strategy where we make way more money, way more often than everybody else is making in 0DTE. No, even though that's a damn good reason to take this service. The reason this service is great is the support, the training, the coaching, the individual mentoring and coaching, keeping you accountable to what you're doing, and teaching you one-on-one, also in group sessions, all about this strategy. there is nothing else like it. Other people, if there was somebody else out there that was providing this type of thing, the amount of money that I charge for a whole year is what they would be charging you. Well, damn. I mean, when I was in corporate America, I would be charging this actually a little bit more per hour. Per hour. So you get what I would normally have charged a C-suite folk or a C-level folk in a single hour. You get that for an entire year. All right. Now, I don't know. I have a feeling that maybe we've reached our max today. So I'm looking up at that. I'm saying, yeah, it would be kind of cool if we reached the max here, because if we did, well, that would just mean more profit for us. Isn't that cool? So in other words, if the market now went down or pulled back or decided to level off, that would mean more profit for us. Oh, God, that's hard to take. All right, so I put these live streams on every day. Every opportunity that there's a 0 DTE trade. Again, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I typically take the trades the night before. I could take them in the morning, but I figure, well, why would I take them in the morning when I can collect so much more premium by taking them the night before, and also take advantage of the Globex session. With the Globex session, there's a lot of volatility happening there, and with that session, I have the opportunity to maybe make multiple trades. I put on that first trade, and maybe the European market goes in our favor. I can collect a quick profit, maybe put on a couple of contracts, take it off, finance my trade going forward, have a free ride going into the U.S. market. That's one of the advantages of trading with the E-mini futures. The other big one is that you can trade with a small account. So if you're really concerned about risk, right, and you don't want to blow up that account because you just don't trust yourself, although you really don't have to worry about that with our methodology. But let's just say that you do, and you go off the farm and you start betting on other things. You could trade with a relatively small account, like a couple $1,000 or less. And you could be making hundreds of dollars per trade and not worry about the risk. And not worry about the pattern day trader rule either, right? With E-mini futures, even with options on E-mini futures, there is no pattern day trader rule. That's the rule where unless you have a $25,000 account or larger, if you make more than 3 round-trip trades in a single day, in a 5-day rolling window, which is very easy to do with 0 DTE. I mean, that would preclude you to, one trade a day. I mean, if you did anything more than that, you would get slapped with the pattern day trader rule. That is, if you were trading the SPX or the SPY, and they'd close your account for 90 days. So besides the fact that we get all of this extra benefit of the extra credit that the extra premium that we can bring in, the continuous nature of the futures contract where we can do more analytics, the ability to trade basically 23 hours a day. You don't have to worry about the pattern day trader rule. Oh, there is one more really great benefit. You're taxed differently in the U.S. on futures than you are with the SPY. And now I'm not sure about the SPX. I don't think that applies to the SPX either. But the first 40% of profits, the first 60% of profits, you have to consult your tax attorney, but I'm pretty sure it's the first 60% of profits are taxed at the capital gains rate. Now, with the new administration, that might not make a difference to people. And then the next is taxed at your nominal rate, which is usually higher than the capital gains rate. So all these benefits by going to the futures. Now, are we going to keep on going higher or not? That is the question. Are we going to keep on going higher, or is this it? I don't know. I just don't know. Come on. More suffering. All right. That was today's trade. Monday's trade, we did well. Friday's trade, now Monday's trade was what most people would call most people call a winner. I call a loser. I actually made money. I made money on the first trade. The second trade I lost. Fortunately, the first trade was greater in profit than the risk that I put on the one that I lost, which is really a benefit of playing with very, very little risk. So I made, I don't know, $32.50, I think. But, it was kind of a losing day. That's what our losing day is like. Not like the other people where they're receiving max risk and losing $600-700 on their trade. Right? They're risking $600-700 to make $30. Seriously. Who does that? Who does that? Everybody else that's doing 0 DTE. We're not doing that. No. We have tiny little bit of risk. We're using probability of touch to make profit almost every day. And then on a few days, like today, we hit it big. And then we make 10 times our risk or more. So that's what we do here in the asymmetric 0 DTE service. Links below. Check it out. Today, winning day. Now it's just a matter of how much we're going to win. All right? There you go. All right. There's really nothing else to talk about. Enough said. I want to thank you very much for showing up. But now I am going to end this stream, and we'll see you on Friday. Take care.